Alright, so today we are going to do something very different. So that is transmission fluid. So this is a 2019-2020 Buick Enclave, and we are going to change the transmission fluid. So first off, I did take off the top. Reason why I wanted to clean it, I felt like it was a good thing to do. So now it looks all nice and clean. That's very good. So what I'll do is we have a big funnel, and that's what we have right here. And so the big funnel goes down there, and then I don't know if you can see this. Zoom in, enhance, zoom in. But there's a knob. That one right there. Let's see, can you see it? There it is, that knob right there. So what's going to happen is I will undo that cap, and then I will put this gigantic, lovely black funnel into its spot, and we will put transmission fluid into it. My guess is that we have 6 quarts, about. I'm probably going to go with 6.5 first. So I mean 5.5 first, so that way we get our 5 in, then we do half, and we'll just check real quick. The reason why is we're going to check is because I want to make sure that I do have 5 by pouring what comes out of this into here and verifying that that level of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is actually correct. So yeah, so there you are. Yeah, we're going to start this going. Our tools that you need is you need a 11mm. All right, so oh, there it is. It's over here, not over there. Over there, it's right here. So 11mm. I'm going to use that. I also have this right here. This is a what I like to call an extension. That way, if I do need more leverage, what do? I just make more leverage. It's easy peasy stuff. So it's just the first time it's going to be done. So let's get on to there. Alright, so we're going to go in after this. So what we have is there's a 11mm bolt. It's this one right here. Sorry about the screaming and all that, but we've got 11mm bolt right here, and I'm going to undo that. I can't put you down because I've decided to go with the cell phone footage today, not my standard or my new standard, which is the beautiful GoPro. But we have it. We're doing a good job, I believe. So there it is. Look, just look at that. There it is. It's the only one that's 11mm. It's sticking out there just perfectly. So I'm going to put you down real quick. I'm going to ugger, or I'm going to actually just break this bolt open, and then we should see a nice stream of beautiful transmission fluid. I do know that everyone at home does like the beautiful reveal of liquid, you know, coming out. You guys are, you know, a little bit weird, but you know, I appreciate it too, because you know it's what it is. So I'm going to undo this one, and we should see liquid. Oh, look at that. It's a little bit, it's not so red. That's not quite what we like, but we're going to let this, you know, drain out. By the way, if you get the car a little bit warm, you do some other things like that, the car will have a, I guess, a decent amount of, I guess, warmth to the transmission. All right, so a little bit of driving around before you do this, but yeah, a little tint of red, like just a tint of red in this, which is what it's supposed to be. But we're going to change this transmission fluid. It's going to go and be nice bright red again. You see that little, that's the tint of red. Oh, look how shiny she is. We're going to wait until all of it's coming out, and everything's nice and whatever. We're also going to also take a look inside of all this, look for any kind of weird sparkly bits or anything like that, because if we get sparkly bits, you know what, we should be, I don't know, a little bit worried or whatnot. All right, so we will do that. Yeah, Hey, oh, by the way, this is BritFix, and I'm doing a transmission fluid, you know, whatever it is. Not a flush, but this is actually just changing it, putting new, beautiful transmission fluid in for this car. So, yeah, you all get to see this. By the way, that's the oil plug. That, you see this tiny little thing? This is the transmission plug. Tiny little thing that it is, yeah. So, you know, fun things. Oh my, all right, so I'm guessing this is going to be cut because you were looking at the side of my head. Now you're not looking at the side of my head. So we're just about there, just a tiny little string of you know, transmission fluid there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this up, all right, just like this. I'm going to take and going to torque it back, all right, just because now I'm going to have to put everyone down, and we'll yeah, we'll get after it. But I also want to clean it up, you know, make sure it's nice and tidy and all that stuff like that. So we'll take a nice quick look at, did anything beautiful and shiny come out? Because if beautiful and shiny came out, we do have some questions to ask ourselves. All right, so just a minute. So moment of truth on, do we have any sparkly bits? We've got lots of dust and whatnot. That's because I don't clean these quite regularly. So just good sludgy dark, which means that it's been used. It's you know, it's transmission fluid. So yeah, I think we're in good shape. That's very good. I've already tightened up underneath here. So now it's time to put our funnel in, undo that cap up there, that cap up there. I'm going to undo that cap, and then I'm going to put this in there. So I do believe this is going to be the most of it, and then we will, like I said, have this just in case, just for the you know, the things that we're looking for. So let me get up, let me take care of myself, clean up a little bit, wipe myself down, all that, and we'll start on doing this. So yeah, look at that, Valvoline. That's right, I always use Valvoline, or at least I try to always. I do like it. It's I don't know, maybe it's the colors, I don't know what it is. It looks very American, and I don't know, all British, whatever you like. And yeah, it's always very good. It's not ever been a problem for me. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, don't know if this is a shameless plug or what, but you know, it's my preference, I guess. All right, so we are about to take this transmission fluid, put it in here. All right, so have this just lodged in there, just at a crooked angle. So it is a kind of a negative from GM, but I will say here's the positive. So this right here, that is a it's a gear with a liquid thing, and yeah, and I think that they wanted me to know that I think you put the transmission fluid in this cap area. You know, I don't know why would you do that when no one in the right mind is getting in this car and going to go and look at that cap and go, you know what, I know it's that, I know what that is, that's a gear with some no, you know, listen, no, most people don't read any of this stuff. You know, look, they make this black, all right, and that's your windshield wiper fluid. They do this, and they sit there, and it's yellow, but it says, do not touch it, don't do all this stuff, you know, it's trying to help you out. And then this one's for brake fluid, and they're like doing all that stuff. This one, at least I know that's oil. It looks like oil, it has all the oil bits to it. So I don't know, I just figured I'd rant on that. This is a silly thing to put that on there. Maybe they do that for, I don't know, other people that recognize this. Maybe there's an international symbol for transmission with oil, or transmission with, you know, whatever. But all right, here we go. Right, look at that. Look, you know, we go from red funnels to red transmission fluid. Bright, beautiful red transmission fluid. So we want to pull I guess, like we should, and just keep on going, keep on going. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Here we are, getting closer to our 5. I'm going to just taking these quick checks just to make sure that I'm not spilling out on the other side as it goes down the funnel. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful thing right there. Good. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, 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 drip. Drip, drip. Oh, drip, 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 drip. By the way, it does look like a nice, you know, beautiful strawberry drink, but transmission fluid is probably, yeah, it's not good for you. I'll just let you know. It probably says something on here. It says, it says caution. Avoid prolonged repeated skin contact. It doesn't even say drink. Don't drink. All right, well, I mean, yeah, just, you know, I would say don't drink it. If it's not good for your skin for long term, then it's probably not good for your, not good for your innards. So, all right, let's do our other one. And get to hear me struggle with it against my body as I open the transmission fluid cap, and there it is. Oh, it's one of those. So look, it's one of these. Look, it has it to where you're not allowed to have the cap separated. So, all right, well, whatever. All right, let's get our half quart in. Let's see where we are. No, we got quite a bit more to go. I felt like I was flowing quite well. Look at that, just beautiful, beautiful, bright red transmission fluid. My guess is that they make transmission fluid this bright red, so that way you know it's different from oil or other types. All right, so where are we at? So we need to be just a little bit more. 500 is where we want, and maybe we could get there. All right, close enough. All right, so 500. We're sealed up from the bottom. We've got our things going on. So about the only thing that we have to do is we're going to have to replace our cap. Oh my! All right, let's put that back on the ground. By the way, if you have pets, I guess, you know, get a box from Chewy. They give us giant boxes for giant pet food. Let me replace this cap, and you get to hear me grunt and you know, whatever, as I twist my hand into the tight area here. All right, yeah, so that's good. Now that's back in. By the way, everyone's still probably, I guess if you could ever see in there, you'd go, oh, that's where the gear, that's where the transmission oil goes. Oh, the transmission goes, what? No, but you know, it's silly. I don't know. All right, and if you remember, this car has been one of the ones that's been used and dealt with before. So we had the emergency battery and emergency alternator, and it's also one of the first videos Mr. Britfix has ever done, which was an oil change. So you know, we're going right along with things. So I put that cap on, all right, down here. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on the car, and we'll just kind of get a good idea of where we're at. So a quick check on this. So we're going to let it run for a little bit. So we started out at about 87 degrees, which is a little bit hotter than I guess what we put the transmission fluid in at. I've done a quick, you know, just move it through the gears while my foot's on the brake, of course, because, you know, well, if I didn't, then we've got problems, because I would just be rolling off of the location that we're at. And then, oh my, I've just created a blur effect. So give me 1 second to wipe down, everyone. So, you know, just like when your mum, when you had, you know, chocolate on your face and your mum had to, you know, take a napkin to you. So there you are. So look, you know, I've gone through and I moved it around and I did all that stuff. So just like before, so we need a transmission temperature, and so right now we're just at 95, 96. What I'll do is, because everything seems like it's right as rain, what we're going to do is we're going to dismiss this, yes. I'll put it in neutral, I'll put it in reverse, put it in neutral again, put it in drive, put it in low, put it in drive again, or put it back into park, and there we are. So that way what we can do is we're just seeing, does it change the temperature. 96 is actually quite good for us. What we're going to do though is eventually I'm going to do a nice little drive around the block, because this is just, you know, moving through the gears. The car does have a bit of a raring to go nature to it, which is a little bit better than it's had in the past. So what I'll do is I will drive her off the blocks, and then we'll do a nice little drive around the block. Everyone can listen to me talk while I look at the temperature, and you know, at 98 we should be, I think 140 is the shifting through most gears situation. So hopefully we are quite good on our drive. So I'm going to leave it on, I'm going to clean up, back it off the ramps, and then we're going to drive, and everyone gets to listen to me rant. Right. So we are driving along. We are at 105 temperature. So we're not rowing through every single gear, but you know, it's you know, we'll see what happens. I've gone through at least 2 or 3. So what we'll do is keep on driving. You know, we'll figure it out. By the way, that's the Buick symbol right there, in right there. All right, so we have to, you know, see, I believe 140 is the temperature of the transmission fluid to get to. So we're just going to do a nice quick drive, a little bit of you know, sightseeing to, you know, what's happening out in the world. You all get to see this with me as we test drive and make sure that our transmission is right as rain and good and ready for a good trip to I don't know, Disney, I don't know, Orlando, I don't know, I have no idea. So wherever it might be to. So yeah, oh boy, well, here we are. Let's keep on going. There we go. Extra temperatures coming up. We're looking for I think it's 140, and I think that's exactly where we want to be at as we run through every one of the gears. So there's going to be a little bit of cool down, but maybe if it does keep cool, maybe that's not too bad. If you did see a lovely couple over in the corner, I don't know who that is. Maybe you could figure out who that might be, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so let me drive around a little bit more. I know this is boring to look for temperature. It's like a, you know, hot pot, you know, boiling hot pot. You're trying to watch it and it doesn't boil. But what we're doing is I'm trying to get this to not boil, but you know, get warm, I guess. And so, you know, that's what it is. She feels extremely smooth right now. There's been a few times when I've driven this car, and a little bit of shudder, a little bit of weirdness going on with the transmission. So I think this was actually not a bad idea to do this. So, all right, we'll be back when we have a little bit more temperature in that. All right, so we nearly got there. So what I'm gonna guess is maybe 5.5 quarts was maybe a bit too much. I might have not, you know, put, I guess what was, yeah, maybe a little bit more than usual. But 136, I guess, if I do the math and then I think about what temperature it is outside right now, which is a balmy 70 degrees, a nice chill in the air, I do believe 136, based off of the numbers that are running through my head, we're close. I think we're very close to what it's going to be. Probably a very long drive, highway speeds, 90 degrees outside. We will probably see exactly what we're supposed to see. And thank you for taking this drive with me in the Buick. And yeah, now you've seen how to do a transmission flush, or not transmission flush, transmission fluid change. Remember 11 millimeter spanner, and that way you can get that thing off of there. You probably need about 5.5 quarts. And then the other side of it too is that you do this on a regular basis, and the car is going to be nice to you. There's no shudder. There used to be a lot of shudder as you approached a stop sign. Not a lot, but there was shudder. There was a kind of a kind of feel to it. It just felt unnatural, not right. And so now she feels beautiful, right as rain. And we've done something now. And I do believe my wife, who drives this car, is going to love this. She's going to like it quite a bit, and and that just means good things for me. Probably, I hope. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens. All right. Well, there's a Brit fix. So enjoy that you've gotten to see what you've seen. All right. Bye.